Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to modeling and writing expressions. So my first video, I guided you guys through about what an algebraic expression is and the word variable. Remember, we don't use the word letter, we use variable to represent the unknown number. Okay, it's key. So moving with the next part is we're taking a phrase that's given, which I have here 4 different examples, and then we need to convert that using an algebraic expression. And the reason why I had you guys look at that chart and think about the conversions, because the keywords that you're going to see throughout the questions that I give you are what going to help you determine how to write the correct algebraic expression. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. We have the sum of 7 and x. Okay, so we can clearly see 7 is our number that we're using, and x is called what again? Okay, very good. It's called the variable. That's the unknown number. But this is how we're writing the expression. Eventually, you're going to get into solving for x, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. So the sum of x and 7. So we're looking at the keywords, and if you're following along with me, the keyword here should be sum. And sum means to what? It means to add. So when I'm writing the phrase, this is the phrase, don't forget, I'm converting that into an algebraic expression, which would then be 7 plus x. Okay? Just like that. You are done. And the reason why you can't solve because there's no number telling you what the variable of 7, the value of 7 or an x is. In this case, you're just writing the expression part. So the sum of 7 and x is truly just the answer of 7 plus x. That's it. Now you have your algebraic expression. Here's your phrase. Here's your expression. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. The quotient of z and 3. Okay, think about the keywords. The quotient of z and 3. So as I'm reading left to right, I'm thinking about keywords. The obviously does not pertain to it, but yes, we have the word quotient of z and 3. So we all should know that the word quotient means what? Very good, to divide. So we would do z divided by 3. Just as you say, you're reading left to right. Put what you see first and then what you see second. So the quotient of z and 3 would be z divided by 3. Remember, your phrase that you have to your algebraic expression. Okay, we're going to skip number 3 for a second. I just want to hold off on that, and let's look at number 4 first. Okay, so for number 4, we have a take away 16. So as you're reading it, depending on the way the words are and where the variable is and the key words, you still follow the same direction. So we know a is our variable, and we know 16 is our number. And then we're looking at that, we know obviously takeaway should be what? Subtraction. So we're going left to right. So we're going to have a minus, right? Take away, subtract, all mean the same wording is a minus 16. And again, that is our algebraic expression. A take away 16 would be a minus 16, or take away 16. Okay, and making sure the symbol adds up, just like this. The division symbol goes to quotient, and the addition goes to sum. Okay, the reason why I kind of saved 90 times x for the last, sometimes people get a little confused about how they interpret to make an algebraic expression. Now, we should all know what the word time means, which is what? Multiplication. Okay, but when you combine the number, in this case is 90, and the variable is x, okay, there are different ways, and I think a lot of people assume you can do something like this, 90 times x. But if you take a look at that right now, right, I'll move a little closer. We know that this is a symbol for multiplication, but this is the variable we're using. So if I'm looking at this, it kind of, can be confusing, because to me it looks like 90xx, right? So this is why I want to show you guys the different way, that easier way when you're converting a phrase into an algebraic expression, especially when using multiplication. So I want to erase this. You want to steer away from that part, okay? Just give this a little cleaning. There we go. So with that, 90 times x. So as I'm looking at that, we're taking the number first, okay? I have 90. And then the easiest way I want to show you guys to do this is to take the variable, in this case, which is x, right? And I'm just going to put it like that, 90x. If you want, you can also do something that says 90 parentheses x. It's the same thing. You're just now determining that whatever number the value of x is going to be deemed is that you're going to what? Multiply. So it's a couple of different ways you can solve, but just make sure that you're combining the number with the variable first. And then when we know that we originally discussed a number always next to a variable means that you multiply. And the same concept, a number next to a variable which is inside of parentheses and there's no operation in the middle, that means that you have to multiply. Okay, so, and as we move along, and then the next lesson, I'm going to show you how you do the opposite. You take the algebraic expression and you convert that to a phrase. And then eventually move on where you're going to see how you replace the variable for number and then really starting to do the equations and figuring out what the true value of each one is. So let's just take a step back and look. Again, we're continuing writing expressions. We're taking a phrase and we're converting it to an algebraic expression. So the sum of 7 and x. And again, I'm thinking about the key words. So 7 plus x. That's my algebraic expression. Next part, number 2, the quotient of z and 3. Quotient means divide. So we're starting left to right and z comes first. So we're going to have z divided by 3. Okay? Number 3, we just went over, it was 90 times x. Told you, make sure, steer away from just doing the 90 times x because it's way too confusing. Okay? We don't want to do that. We want to have 90x, which represents the value that you're going to multiply. Or you can also do 90 parentheses x because there's no operation here. That means that we also multiply. Right? We're thinking about order of operations as well and how you're going to apply all of this. And then the last one says a take away 16, which would just be a minus 16. Okay, so again, throughout the lesson and the assignments that you see on Google Classroom, continue to infuse the vocabulary and the key terms to help you go from phrase to algebraic expression. And then my next video, I'm going to show you how you do the algebraic expression to the phrase. And going to put a little real-world word problem in there for you too, just to make sure that you can understand how we group everything in a form of a open-ended question, how you need to apply all this as well. Okay, everyone have a great day, and I will see you later. Take care, everybody.